Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. We're back on our journey to make the Middle-earth great again, by which I mean destroying all the remaining evil factions, because that's what my OCD tendencies compel me to do. My commentary will be scarce and mostly concentrated on gameplay matters. If you're interested in the lore of Middle-earth, you can just watch the earlier episodes, in which I always provide the timestamps for the relevant points I am talking about, as well as additional links in which you can read more if you are interested in a certain topic. So,
General,
let me continue with the rampant slaughter of evildoers.
yes. We're besieged. We're besieged.
Your Honor, I will talk to you.
Orders.
You move over here.
Unable to move. Build tower. General.
You move
Forward.
over here
Unable to move.
and take those.
Orders. Forward. Orders. Forward. March. Orders.
What else? 3 turns, 7 turns, 2 turns.
General.
You move over
Forward.
here,
March.
and you
Chief.
over
Forward.
here.
No more moves. Move out.
What else is happening at this point? Let's build a forge over here. Heavy attack over here. Army barracks over here. Okay, it seems that's all. And that's also everything.
Orders.
Okay, so just end the turn for now, it seems. If I've made peace with the others. Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, that is... I didn't realize the sieging force was so numerous, but I should be able to deal with them anyway, because I have vastly superior troops in terms of actual quality, and defending the breaches in the walls will allow me to counter their numerical advantage. So I should have no real problem with
Move out. Forward.
dealing.
Forward.
Although, oh, they are attacking from 2 different sides. So, but that should not be a problem as well, because
Units. Forward.
really my troops are
Forward.
so vastly superior that they should be able to defeat them anyway. Okay, start battle. Those berserkers will really massacre them in such a narrow space. Oh, they only have 2 battering rams, so that's even easier for me.
To the breach, dwarves!
They
The
seem to
walls have been
some
torn
problem
asunder.
with this battering ram. This one orc doesn't quite know his place in life. He ponders the deeper mysteries of existence while his comrades are waiting for him to operate this battering ram, but no, he's overtaken by those sorts of deep philosophical questions such as, why are we here? Why are we serving Sauron even though we are his tortured victims? Why the elves never take pity on us even though we are their fallen kin? Why this guy that is playing this game is compelled to finish the campaign even though he has finished the campaign, but he still has to play and destroy every last single one of us? Why everything is happening? This orc just cannot take it. This orc just can't deal with the mundane in his life when such deep questions still are waiting for answer. Oh my god.
The enemy swarms over our defenses. Sound the
It
retreat.
seems I'll just need to take the fight to them instead. I'd actually really like to face some troops from Amber because they have a really cool design that I'd like to be able to showcase, but I'm not sure if that'll ever happen. Maybe in Harad, while actually fighting close to Amber itself. How is our philosophically minded orc doing? Yeah, he's still deep in his thoughts, lost and oblivious to this slaughter that is taking place right next to him, because what really is this, this material life compared to the mysteries of the universe? What worth has the sort of the life of your flesh compared to the life of your soul? What does it matter if you are slain in battle if you've never figured out if there even is an afterlife? So overall he has better things to do, but sadly he will be slaughtered by those dwarves who never pondered such deep thoughts that he himself, gave his life to ask, and they will never know what it's like to lose yourself in thoughts of mysteries of the universe, and to consider if we are perhaps only a part of some greater scheme, only units in some game played by the masters of the universe, only some insignificant part of some greater scheme that we will never be able to fully understand. But unfortunately, the one who had the courage to ask the questions that nobody else had the courage to ask, our brave, philosophically minded orc, who had better things to do than to push some boring and mundane battering ram into battle, he is no more. He has been slain by those greedy materialists, the dwarves, for whom only thing that matters is gold and, ethereal objects and who think nothing of the deeper mysteries that surround us. Oh well, that is a tragedy really, but what can you do? He was just one. Oh, those trolls are actually giving me quite a thrashing. I didn't... Is it possible that I will lose that? That would be just silly, wouldn't it? But it actually is.
At last, the enemy general has been slain. Fight on, my brothers.
Although the chance is relatively small, seeing as the rest of the orcs have fled and I still have 3 berserkers.
Durin's beard be praised. Our enemies have been crushed and run like herds from the hunters.
Oh, it seems I have encountered some kind of weird bug. So I will have to redo this battle and I will be with you once again at the end part of the battle, seeing as it is very much won at this point. I'm back and I think I've even done a little better of a job than before, so
We're besieged! We're besieged!
My lord, I will talk to them.
Orders, move! No more moves.
okay, shortly
Orders,
I'll be
no
ready
more
to
moves.
move further south and attack Dol Guldur. While on this front
Orders?
I am making my way north to
Out of moves.
take this catapult and then conquer the last region held by the Easterlings. My reinforcements to the
Yes.
eastern front are also on their way.
Move. Out of moves.
So, all things considered, I think I am doing quite well.
Yes.
I also
yes.
have
Move.
another
Unable to move.
small
Yes.
group
Forward.
forming
Unable
here.
to move.
I'll make me the barracks in Moria. Unfortunately, I don't think there is a way to rename settlements in Rome, because if there were, I would rename it to its proper name, which is Khazad Dûm, but I don't think there is, so Moria will just have to do then.
General. Orders.
Nothing I can do about it.
Orders. Attack.
Yeah, so I still need to
Yes.
wait a couple of turns until all the pieces are in place for my plan to start. So let me end the turn for now. Oh, I forgot about that.
We're surrounded.
That is unfortunate, really.
We're surrounded. Waiting to...
Yeah, that is pretty unfortunate. But, well,
Awaiting your command.
probably because of that crash, it sort of threw me out of balance and made me forget certain things, but
Orders. Chief.
this group
Forward.
should be
Yes.
more than
March.
enough to
Move. Unable
retake
to
the
move.
settlement,
Forward.
while
General. Forward.
these
House
will
moves.
move on Dol Guldur. Also train a catapult over here, because why not? Can never have enough of catapults, especially when playing as the dwarves.
Lord, move out. No more moves. Forward.
Yeah, and I will
Orders.
attack this small
Destroy. Victory.
force of Mordor.
Destroy.
They should be competent enough to withstand this small assault, although they have 2 units of attack trolls, but we should be able to deal with them using my Dragon Slayers, especially given how they have 3 +3 to attack and +3 to defense upgrades.
General. Forward. Chief. No. Impossible. Move out. Yes. Move out.
Yeah, I think that's enough for this turn. Then let me, although I will just double check to avoid any stupid mistakes such as with this settlement. It's actually quite a substantial army. I am not sure if I can defeat this, but maybe my reinforcements
Forward.
will be able to arrive in time. Okay, for now let us finish the turn.
We're under siege.
We'll see if I will be able to deal with them. I will be moving on Mordor proper soon enough,
My orders.
but first I need to eliminate
Units.
this last settlement
Move
of
out. March. Forward.
the Easterling.
Forward. Units. Units. Forward.
I'll use those human units to chase down the skirmishers while attacking the trolls with my dragon slayers. Oh, I seem to have blundered some with the positioning, and it may actually cost me the battle, because as you can see, those attack trolls are nothing to scoff at, considering how quick they are dealing with my vanguard, who themselves are not really a weak unit by any stretch of imagination. Yeah, I may actually lose that, but I will reconquer the settlement on my way down from where I've acquired the catapult, my general. But it seems I overestimated the prowess of my dragon slayers,
What news is this? Our noble dwarf lord has fled.
because they've
Perhaps
only
it would be
managed
best
to
if we followed his example.
kill a few of those attack trolls. Yeah, it's basically all she wrote at this point.
Oh,
Well, some small hurdles along the way to make Middle-earth great again.
We're under siege. We're surrounded.
They are to be expected, really. Although I didn't
Your Honor,
exactly
I will
expect
talk
that, but it's not the end of the world. At least not yet.
Chief,
Yeah, next
forward.
turn I will be
Out
ready
of
to
moves.
march
Forward,
on
Chief.
Dol
Move.
Guldur, which should
No more moves.
divert
Forward.
the efforts of Mordor. I will also
General,
lift the settlement
Kill them!
from
fear
here
us.
and take me
Don't
a
destroy.
catapult.
Fear us. Kill them.
I am not about to fall for the auto resolve's trickery again, so I'll have to resolve it manually.
Unit, on my orders!
But it will provide a good opportunity for my soldiers to earn some experience,
Unit, forward!
as well as for my catapult.
Units, group!
And it is always good to have experienced crews on your siege engines, because as this campaign has demonstrated time and time again, a well-placed shot with a flaming boulder can really change a lot.
Fire at will!
Still not within range. Maybe now. No. I suppose that's because they are up on the hill, which makes it sort of equivalent to them being further away. Are there any particularly valuable targets? Yes, there are those trolls, but I can't quite reach them. It's not that big of a problem though, because the artillery has a tendency to overshoot from time to time, so you can hit the enemies that you are not really aiming for, just as I happen to do now. Although maybe I'll close in. As you can see, I've cooked one of those trolls. Maybe I'll close in just a little to score a couple of shots on these trolls, because they are the only unit that can actually inflict any kind of serious damage to my troops, so just a couple of steps forward should give me an opportunity to shoot directly at them. As you can see, they went berserk. The only unit of trolls that you can actually reliably control throughout the whole battle are those attack trolls, those armored trolls that Mordor has the access to. I hope the orcs do not intend to flee, because I would much rather see them exterminated to a man or to an orc, if you will. Oops, that was not really the wisest thing I have ever done. Unfortunately, it seems I was able to save those crewmen. They will be instrumental in taking the Easterling city, so I'd rather not lose them in some kind of meaningless small engagement.
At last, we have proved our mettle. The cowards turn
Where
and run from
is
our
the
wrath.
second group?
A clear victory to the sons of Durin. The enemy lies slaughtered.
Okay, both armies should now disband, which will allow me to go
We
south
shall
again
rule. Yes.
and
Forward.
reconquer
Move.
this small settlement before going to the last Easterling city.
General. Forward. Move. Move. Lord. Kill them.
Although once again I will have to leave some units. I'll probably take
Chief.
some of these, seeing as Dol Guldur will shortly fall, so this front will be basically secured.
Forward.
But we'll do that in the next turn, because I think I've done
Orders.
everything I had to for this one.
Lord.
So yeah, let me end the turn. Yeah, now this is an interesting engagement, because there are quite a lot of those orcs, but I have an advantage of a fortified position, as well as the catapults, which I will utilize to, with any luck, destroy this unit of trolls. Because, as you've seen, they are really devastating and can prove a challenge even to seasoned dragon slayers, the most elite unit I can really muster. Besides that, I should be more or less okay, because the dwarves are really good at defending walls, where are the trolls? Because I need to position my catapult in a right place for... Oh, they are over here. Oh, because... I see. Because they also, if I remember correctly, they also have the ability to attack walls. I mean, the gates. So that is unfortunate, but maybe I will be able to shoot down at least a couple of them until they reach said gates. So everyone counts, really. I will also send these and the general's unit to, although it might be too many, because so maybe just the general's unit while the berserkers will stand here. Yeah, so unfortunately those... I will stand on the plaza, and when the trolls will be entering the
must
city,
defend the walls.
I will
The
try
enemy
to
has begun the assault in
once again
earnest.
shoot them with the catapult. Seems
Sons of Durin, drive
ladders
these ladders from our walls,
had been
or we shall
somewhat
not see the next dawn.
compromised at this location.
The enemy overruns our defense. Reform what warriors are left. We may yet win this day.
Okay, so catapult. Position it so that it will attack the trolls once they start entering the city. Maybe with any luck I will be able to cut down some more of them before having to engage with my... Though for some reason... Oh, maybe they are waiting for their infantry. As you can see, I've already scored a lucky hit on them. And every fallen troll counts, because they are really fearsome creatures who pose great danger to my army and my chances of possible victory in this battle. Yeah, they were waiting for the support of their infantry before moving into the city. Maybe I'll be able to score one or two hits before they close in on my general. Will most likely die while facing them, because they are really a fearsome enemy. Come on, just one or two more good shots. Maybe. Unfortunately, they seem to have chosen my... How do I leave the... There was a button for them to make them leave the
Fire left!
siege engine, but I forgot about it. Yeah, as you can see, the trolls have slain my general. Also, my catapult will probably be killed by those orcs. But at least the general's bodyguard managed to stop the trolls. And 4 of those have survived, so it's at least at least enough to... What are you doing? No! Get out of the fight! Why did... Well, so there is that catapult. Although maybe I will be able to retrain them. We'll see. For now I have just to concentrate on actually winning this battle, which is not really a certain thing at this point. Although I am confident that it can be done, especially utilizing my general bodyguard, for whom I have no particular need to care at this point, seeing as they will be disbanded after the battle anyway, because of their general's death. You can see the pile of orcs forming in a place where they meet with the dragon slayers. And also some of them are falling down the walls. You can see a couple of my miners as well. I'll see if I'll be able to find the body of my general among those fallen in the battle with trolls. I don't think so. Those are all the regular guardsmen. He's a guardsman as well. You can tell from the helmet and the hue of his armor. Maybe he... No, no, that's a guardsman as well. No, I don't think... Oh, he's here. You can see his red cape. So he basically slew the troll, but then was killed when the beast collapsed upon him. Well, it was a valiant death, if any. Those dragon slayers are really also doing great work on those walls. And shortly I will I'll use this siege tower. Oh, you can't actually. I thought you could use an enemy shield siege tower to march down it and then engage the enemy. Well, I will gather the remaining general's bodyguard and sally out to deal with the rest of the orcs, because I have to, really, seeing as the ladder is blocked for some reason. maybe another group will march up on those ladders. Seems none of them are willing to contend with the fearsome dragon slayers. And I don't really blame them for that, seeing what great carnage have they wrought upon those who dared to do so. Okay, so now I just have to make a final push of sorts, and will utilize those few remaining guardsmen as well as the berserkers. Oh no. Well, now I just have to basically utilize everything that I can before the berserkers will make an alone suicidal charge against the orcs. I need to support them the best I can to make the best use out of them before they get themselves killed. Because they surely have many virtues, but self-preservation instinct is not one of them. Unfortunately, the mercenaries seem to be scared of something, and they fled, leaving the pursuit of this unit. It will be a really costly victory, but if it will even be a victory, because now that I am looking at it, I might actually lose that battle, which I must admit is a grim surprise to me at this point, because even though my losses were huge, I thought I had it in the bag. Maybe the Dragon Slayers will turn the tide. They seem to be dealing with those remaining gods quite well, but there are still 3 full units of them. Also the greater manslayers, who are an anti-armor unit. But maybe once I deal with the general, they will lose some of their enthusiasm for battle. Just use those as additional bodies more than anything. As compared to my dwarven forces, they are next to useless in actual combat. They just broke again. I will not bother with them anymore, and just rely on those 50 or so dwarves. And maybe that will be enough. Just have to see. As I said, maybe slaying the enemy general will make a noticeable difference in their morale. See him over here.
A great day is this. The enemy leader has been reduced to a coward.
He's actually fleeing. Well, it comes down to this final fight. It's not looking that well for me. But there's nothing more I can do really than to engage and see how the battle goes for me. Those are the lesser manslayers and those are the greater ones, so a more advanced unit than this one. And even this one is making me lose some of my remaining dwarfs, so it will be a really close engagement, and I am worried that I may not have enough to deal with them, seeing as they seem to be blocked in this peculiar position, dancing with those ladders. I will just let my soldiers rest a little after they deal with this unit, so that they may enter the final engagement reinvigorated rather than exhausted. It will also call back those human mercenaries for one final push. So it's basically what? 15, 20, 23 dwarves and 19 humans against 223 orcs. Seems totally fair. It can go either way, really. Especially because my Dragon Slayers frighten the enemy, so maybe I will be able to break them. Though I am not counting on that because it's the end tier orc unit, so they have pretty decent morale as far as orcs go. Just wait for them to rest. I may speed up this in the editing of the video if I can be bothered to do it at the time. I'm not sure. Or you might just skip it. I don't think anybody is watching at this point, so I am just doing it, as I've already mentioned, for myself and due to my own reasons. Maybe I should take this one dwarf from the catapult crew as well, because at this point really every last one could make a difference between the victory and defeat. Is he going? He seems to be blocked in some way, so he is excluded from this final engagement. His fate rests upon those few brave souls that remain. I don't think I have the patience to wait for those humans to regenerate their stamina, because they are worse at that than the dwarves are. Oh, the okay, so it seems it's all left to the dwarves at this point. Yeah, I'm not seeing it really. Yeah, it's not enough. That was a close battle, but unfortunately the dwarves were not enough to withstand these final hundreds or so of orcs. Here is the last Dragon Slayer. Yeah, so that is all basically.
A fierce fate has been decided. Take heart. Although we leave the field with loss, the enemy has taken a blow from many of our axes.
You sure did. That I must admit. But sadly we've lost the settlement. And that's also enough for this episode, so see you in the next one. Bye!